we got Cassie came out that she named one of her kids after Diddy. Also came out in the transcripts that she, for the most part, was sleeping with Diddy while she was with her husband Alex. Which a lot of these dudes are saying is the simp of the year, might be the simp of the century. If you don't really know about it, I did a live on it, but he, for the most part, was the personal trainer. They was all in the same circles. I don't know if he was part of the freak offs. And what people don't know is he was 6 years younger he's 6 years younger than her. So, when the whole thing where older women just want to be with younger guys to manipulate them, she manipulated him. She lied to him. And we all know personal trainers get abundance of ass. He got some used and abused punani, but not really. I already did almost an hour live stream cooking though. But the only question I have was he part of the freak offs. A lot of times when they allow personal trainers, or people into that circle, into that life, you got to be blessed in. But who knows? He could have just been good at what he do, right? And also it came out that she got $10 million from the hotel for withholding video evidence. So I'm going to talk about that for a quick second. Hit the Real 101 playlist, music entertainment playlist. And she said these things in the transcript. The reason why we going off the transcripts is for the simple fact that how can I say this? The federal court doesn't allow video cameras for federal cases. Federal cases, they don't allow video cameras. So let's start off with the cheating thing. I mean, like I said before, the interesting thing is when most women break up with, and I said this about DDG and Halle Bailey, you got to be around the block to understand these things a little bit. The thing about that, and I know they having a lot of issues, is because they still having sex with each other. That's the premise of their issues. Everybody wants to say he's a physical abuser and all that type of stuff. I guarantee you, I know these women, man. She got physical with him. I'm telling you, she started talking shit. She started pushing him. And at the end of the day, you hit a woman, you're not supposed to defend yourself. Flat out. That's just what it is. You defend a woman, you hit a woman, you're not supposed to defend yourself. You're supposed to just get abused. And you hear, people say, well, westernized men have become weak. And I'm gonna speak on that Free Game 89. Was a guy saying, or a man blaming the women. And I mean, at the end of the day, what power do you have in the West as a man? You have no power. You have no power of men that's going to support you. You have no power of not just men that's going to support you. You have no power of the judicial system don't support you. So when I hear men kind of say, or men are responsible for not getting the women in line, we're not in the Middle East. So I already know what that's going. And like I said, I say this again. The reason I bring the DDG Halle Bailey thing, or whatever her name, Halle Bailey thing up, is because of this. She was still sleeping with Diddy when she got with the personal trainer. I'm telling y'all, when you dealing with somebody that's getting out of a relationship, they still sleep with each other. How many times we seen women say, I had a divorce party and I ended up in the bed with my husband still? Yes, bro. As much as women think it's easy to go out there and throw that cat around, it's not that easy as you get as an older woman. You know what I'm saying? So, she was 32, he was 26 at the time. She was running game. She's still sleeping with, and she's a victim. She's still sleeping with Diddy, while she moved on with the personal trainer. Come on now. A lot of people think monkey branching is, okay, I left guy A and going to guy B. No, I'm pretty much branching in between guy A and B. I want to make sure guy B is still there. And a lot of times guy B, he hasn't sexually, they haven't got far enough yet for him to sexually be able to control her or really know her in the bedroom. That's what you got to understand. That's why I say for one night stand for women, it's not fun. After a while, a woman to have, sex with her guy for a long time. Let's say she go back to the streets or to the pavement and she start, having sex again with different guys. The thrill will be there. I'll have something different, but the guys just getting their nut on one night stands. They getting theirs and that's it. They getting theirs and she ain't getting Nathan in return. So it's always more comfortable. Women end up finding this out later throughout life. It's always more comfortable when you get with a guy, one guy, and he learns you sexually. He learns you sexually, and that's the best thing. So you be wondering why she go back to Diddy, Tootsie Pop Diddy, they saying why she would go back to that from him. When a monkey brain, a lot of times the new guy, he doesn't sexually do it for her yet. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't sexually do it for her. Women are, just like men, they go like to go are creatures that like to go back to things that they know. Diddy knows her. I mean, how can Alex compete? And Diddy been with her for what? They broke up each other 19, about 10 years to that point. Come on. Come on. So yes, she, they said she FaceTimed him while she was sleeping after she got done smashing Diddy. The Alex Fine got her husband. So like I continue to tell you dudes, man, you gotta be able to connect the dots or read between the lines. That's what it is. Women are bonders. And they only compare bond with a couple guys throughout their lifetime. A lot of women are bonders. When they bond with a guy, as much as she was with Diddy as a side piece or a show piece, she bonded with that man. She'd never bond with her husband like she bonded with Diddy. She never bond with another man. Then they kind of talk about the 10 million in the hotel, the deal. Like she knew what was going on with that hotel tape. Let's keep it real. She knew what was going on with that. She's not a victim. She's a participant. She stayed. She hid things. She helped cover his image. The reason why she got mad is because she left the relationship with nothing. Not a kid, not a ring, not no money. She was literally a hoe on the stroll. She was a willing hoe on the stroll. She was a showpiece. She was a fun girl. That's it. That was it. She had no real talent. Diddy probably tossed, did some work like that bitch ain't got no talent. He had some sex. She was like, I wouldn't do anything for you, daddy. How many women you all met in they young and they prime, they wouldn't do anything for the guy they really like or the guy they got the paper. I'd do anything. And he kept throwing her through the ringer. She kept going through the ringer for him. And, for the most part, that's what it was. He like, damn, this bitch really down. All right. And then one day she just thought, and like, I'm 32 and I'm ready for a family. They have those epiphanies. They might watch a TV show, the Lifetime Network. Their friends might have a family. That's one thing about women, and the internet expanded. You ever seen like the memes or you've been you've been, somewhere and a guy proposed to his woman. And all of a sudden, your woman you with, she want to be proposed to and it's so sweet. Now you got to hear about her talk about it all night. And there y'all all mad at the motherfucker who proposed that night. Same thing. A lot of married women on the internet looking at all these women, looking at the clips of these women having fun, twerking, and how they getting bags and they living their best life going to Dubai. They getting the highlights. You can take a boring sporting event and the highlights will show, the two goals that they scored in a soccer game. They'll show it. And then make it like it was back and forth. They had edited. You watch the game, it was boring. They're not getting a full picture. They getting the edited highlights. They ain't looking at the guy they going over the body get peed on. They ain't looking what they had to go through with the STIs, the STDs, the houses in Virginia scare that they can get. They're not telling you that trips to the clinic, the abortions and all that. If all other people had the full entire picture of what these girls that's living the city girl life was going through, you know what I'm saying? If they had the full entire picture, nobody would want to participate. If they see when they become cat ladies and they can't pair bond and they just become side chicks, they become side chicks and get ran through and shit like that and selling plates and, just being, preying on young niggas and shit. I'm telling y'all, nobody want to participate if they had the full entire picture. I'm telling you. Nobody will want to participate. I'm telling you. Being the God, the truth, honest. So her getting that 10 million, she up 40 M's. And most dudes be like, I'll try to finesse her, sue her for the 40 M's. They probably, I know a lot of times when you get money from like trust funds and stuff like that, they can't sue you for that. They can't get that in a lawsuit or a divorce. You know, his kids there, then most people say it may not be his kids. And then you talking about she named her kids after one of him, after Diddy. Do that sound like somebody that was sex trafficked? Do that sound like somebody was abused? That would sound like somebody that's willing to do any and everything for Diddy to live a certain life, and she fell for it. I'm telling y'all, they fall for that paper. They fall for that paper, bro. If you got that paper and you got status, man, that's all you really need. And then if you got good looks on top of it, they fall for that paper, that status, and then, you know, attraction. So when people feel sorry or feel bad for her, I don't, bro. I mean, I just been around long enough to know how it go, bro. People talking about Haley Bailey, bro. I seen it. The biggest mistake is they need to get back together, or they need to stop having sex altogether. I seen it time and time again. They use their child as a pawn. Oh, you can't see your child. Oh, you ain't gonna sleep with me no more. You was with this girl over here. No, I'm telling y'all, man. Do y'all notice? Inherently, you see this all the time. A lot of y'all probably been through this, children, that women will use their child to control and manipulate the baby father. We see it all the time. It's like it's in their DNA. It's not even like it's their character. It's who they are. It's just in a lot of women's DNA. And how diabolical it is. And I remember it was a post or something like that where a lot of women were, and it could have been satire, where it been that they were naming their children after past partners they had been with. You know what I'm saying? It is wild out here. You know, and the number one reason you kind of know, like if your woman say you can't name my child, and you don't have no say so in what you name my child, like bro, you probably a beta, probably a beta, probably a beta. So that just let you know, man, they just play the role so well, bro. Women play the role so well. They really do. They play the role so well. That's why you got a girl that just got out of a relationship for real, bro. Just know she ain't over that dude yet. And it's kind of be like people believe like the guy is the one. They make it seem like the guy is the one that's asking the woman for sex. Believe me, for somebody that's seen these situations time and time again, that's not the case, bro. These women be coming, oh, I need help with this, and because they be calling for dick. And believe it or not, women ask you when you break up a relationship, they ask you for sex more than you ask for it. You don't even ask for it. Most time, most guys go focus, get the bag up, be grinding, and it's just convenient. I'm here to tell you, cut it off. Men and women, cut it off. You never gonna get over that person until you cut it off. These guys that's getting divorced and a woman have a divorce party, you still sleep, cut her off. That's why she divorced you right now, because she don't respect you. What type of respectable man have a woman take you to court, divorce you, because she want to go back to the streets, or especially if you did or didn't do nothing wrong? And you gonna still sleep with her? Hell no. Nah. Why? You just clean me out. No, thank you. Ain't it always a better nigga? And that's why a lot of women don't respect you. And that, respect niggas and shit, man. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, Free Game 89 channel, the Patreon, my Detroit channel. But yeah, they don't respect you. They don't respect. Ain't no way, bro. Once it's over with. We are mortal enemies. But women be the ones they can't let go. I'm telling y'all, once they with a guy they really, 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 really like, Gilly said you only be with 2 men like that. Women only get 2 men like that in their lifetime. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times one happened in high school, the other one happened after that, between 18 to, if you're lucky, around 27, 28 years old. That's about it. And a lot of women miss the boat. A lot of women get on that boat and get off of it and regret it. I'm telling y'all, women that get on that boat with a guy that's for you, and it's all good, and you think you bored, stay with them. Ain't nothing in these streets. Them highlights, these girls seem like they having fun and taking these trips. They highlights. They're not showing you the dark side, but peace.